plant our autumn broad beans. Welcome to Gardening with Ben, and in today's video we're going to be planting our autumn broad beans. Now the variety that you're meant to grow through the autumn winter period are Aquadulus. I can never say names right, so if I say that wrong, forgive me. But these are the variety that you need. You need a winter hardy variety, ones that can survive the cold, the snow, the frost, everything like that. The thing is, we're growing broad beans at this time of year, they're ready to harvest a lot earlier than the ones you grow from March time into summer. And they'll be ready to harvest before the blackfly appear. As you know, broad beans, blackfly absolutely love them and swarm all over them. So if you hate the blackfly, this is the perfect time to be planting them. We're now in October at the moment, so we're going to be getting these in the ground. We've got the ground ready and we're going to be planting these straight into the ground. Some people like to grow them in modules first, get them nice and big, and then plant them out, because the only issue around this time of year is that there's not much food around for the squirrels, the rodents, the birds, so they'll tend to destroy them if they're not protected. So we're going to net them over as well to stop anything trying to pinch them. Fingers crossed it works. Probably still get in and get them, but we'll give it a try and see how well we get on. Well, we have about 50 seeds in a packet. We've got 2 packets, so we're going to be planting 100 today. Absolutely loads. That should keep me going for a while, if they all grow, that is, if they don't all get destroyed. So we're going to use a cane, we're going to use a dibber, and we're going to plant these into the ground. They don't require a lot of spacing in between them. They should be all right to grow, and yeah, we'll see how well they get on. If they're too cramped together, we can always pinch them out and just let the stronger ones grow and see how well they get on. So let's get these in the ground and let's get these started growing. So this is where I'm going to be growing them, in the ground. It's pretty weed free. We weeded it the other day. We've got us frames up for when they start to get tall, but we've not got any netting up at the moment. We don't need the netting up on the frames. We'll just use the netting to cover over the bed to stop anything from getting them pinched. So we need to get a cane so that we'll get them planted in a straight line, and get the dibber to get the holes to put them in. So we've put the holes in. We've got 25 in this row, which we've probably got too many packets. Well, probably one packet would have been enough, but yeah, let's get them in. And if we've got a spare packet, we'll do another bed another week. So we've got all those in that row. We just need to cover them over now with the soil, and yeah, then do the other row, the other side. So we've now got the other row in, so we just need to cover them ones over as well. And once we've covered them over, we'll give them a bit of water, and then we'll put some netting over them to protect them from the birds, the rats, the squirrels, anything that does love to eat all the shoots and beans that are growing. So that is all done. They're all netted over now to protect them from anything coming on and trying to eat them. Obviously mice can still probably try and get in underneath the netting, but we hopefully stop them a bit from getting in. But yeah, we'll leave that on until they get growing quite big before we remove the netting, and we'll put up the netting for them to climb up once they're big enough and support them like that. So I'm excited to get growing these, as I don't grow much throughout the winter period. I only grow my onions and my garlic and the broad beans throughout the autumn winter period. I don't grow absolutely loads. Maybe that'll change. Maybe I might start growing stuff in the polytunnel throughout the winter, but we'll see. This year we're just concentrating on the onions, the broad beans and the garlic for this year. So make sure you do check out all my other videos of what I've been posting and what we're growing throughout the autumn winter period. Give us a follow to stay up to date with how well things are growing and how things are getting on throughout this winter period. Until next time everyone, remember, keep smiling, keep shining and keep gardening with Ben everyone.